Hi guys, welcome to another market news and updates. The biggest news we have for us today has to be something shocking, interesting, and absolutely amazing. This is why we love Michael Saylor. This is why we believe in MicroStrategy, and they have proven that correctly. So Michael Saylor ने कल 660 BTC खरीदे at the valuation of $25 million, and that's what the guy is known for. He's one of the biggest whales in the market for Bitcoin. So let's find out what are the reactions of this that are gonna come in our charts और market के अंदर बाकी क्या news और updates हमारे पास हैं. So without any waste, let's jump in. Let's jump into Gate.io. As we know, it's one of the best exchanges out there, awarded by Forbes Advisory 2022. The reason I want to jump into Gate.io today is because we've seen something extraordinary, that we've seen AGLD USDT pump massively. It's about 61% up right now as we are watching the charts. About opened in 4 hours. ये बहुत ज़्यादा pump किया last few hours में. We have seen एकदम से इसके अंदर एक upside आ गई है. If we go into 1 month, तो it hasn't been pumping. I got into this coin about in September. मैंने about $1.30 के ऊपर इसकी buying की थी, but उसके बाद से it never really pumped, and as we can see, it was just coming down and down. But suddenly, out of nowhere, in the last 24 hours, it started pumping, and it's already up about 60%. It's already back into my buying zones, which is very good for me. I waited for a very long time कि ये वापस ऊपर आ जाए. So if you also want to get into AGLD and get into degens as early as possible, so you can make 1000x, 2000x, which happens in degens pretty casually, pretty normally every other time. So if you want to do that, just click in the link in this given in description and just join Gate.io today. We can also see in UFO as well. UFO is up about 44.84%. We discussed this yesterday as well in our video. And if you also want to get into UFO, you can join Gate.io and buy UFO for here. The reason I always push Gate.io and ask you guys to join Gate.io is it's one of the best places to get yourself degen coins, and they can give you massive returns as well. Just click in the link given in the description and join Gate.io today. अगर हम लोग अपना crypto greed and fear index देखें, today we are back at 28, so we can clearly see that the market is beginning to pump from 20s. Like I said even yesterday, we would want कि अब ideally market जो है वो 10, 11, 12 तक अगर नहीं जा रही है, so instead it would be better if we start pumping and taking a very good bounce from 20s, which we have clearly done. So this is very interesting to see, and we have to monitor this for a long term as well, क्योंकि ये हमें गाइडेंस देता रहेगा, एक डायरेक्शन देता रहेगा for us to have more clarity कि market is still in fear, or are we beginning to have some highs coming into place, which we can see in the charts clearly कि हम लोग higher highs बना रहे हैं. So whether this is gonna help us or not, we're gonna find out in the next few days. Crypto bubbles में देखें तो we can clearly see bubbles right now are bursting. Luna is down about 17%, Secret is down 10%, Atom is down about 18%, FTM is down about 10%. Hex is also down about 6%. These were also coins that we saw yesterday. We're having slight pullbacks today, probably a stronger pullback. AR को देखें, AR has been performing really well. It's been up. It's about trading at $40. FTT is doing well. Sand and mainly a lot of Metaverse NFT based coins are doing pretty well in the short term right now. AVAX is also up, and Solana most of all is up about 14%. It's trading about above $100. So it's very good to see that the market has done something and has given a relief rally in our altcoins. Whether this is going to carry on or not, we're going to find out I think around Friday, because that's going to be a very, very key point for us. So the first news we have for us today is Willy Woo, peak fear, but on-chain metrics say it's not a bear market. No doubt about it, people are really scared, which is typically an opportunity to buy, Willy Woo said. So are you guys buying or not? Do comment and share that in the comment section. Structurally on-chain, it's not a bear market setup, even though I would say we are at peak fear, no doubt about it. People are really scared, which is typically an opportunity to buy. Most of the coins have been sitting there for longer than 5 months, and people who do that, they've held on for 5 months. They're not selling at a loss. They will sell when there's profit to be had, and you'll see that whenever it breaks out of all-time highs, does a really strong rally, which is true. We've seen a lot of coins make massive upside rallies. Best example in that would be Solana from our last run. The 2018 bear was at peak, new guys holding the coins, and the cycle repeats. Those guys either sell, or the ones that don't become hardened holders, they sell on the next rally when it goes even higher. So nobody kind of sells coins in a loss in these markets. That is practical, and that's usually what you would do because you wouldn't want to have any kind of loss. So we have to understand that Willy Woo is saying that exactly right now the market is not bearish. nor is it bullish. We will consider this as a sideways market with some fear element in there too. The last news we have for us today is Jack Dorsey, the founder of Twitter. So he says Diem was a waste of time. Meta should have focused on Bitcoin. Dorsey said that although Facebook probably started Diem for the right reasons, it should have used an open-ended protocol like Bitcoin rather than attempting to create its own currency. As we know, Diem has been trying to sell all its coins and tokens and everything so they can liquid some money, because Facebook's currency, Facebook's metaverse, hasn't really clicked in the way it wanted it to do, and active addresses and users aren't as much either. Those 2 to 3 years, or however long it could have been spent making Bitcoin more accessible for more people around the world. We have this open network right now and it's usable. It's not accessible to everyone, but it's usable. The easier we make it, the faster we make it, the more approachable we make it, it's going to better everything, including everything Facebook intended to with Libra. So it's a very good suggestion from Jack Dorsey, because Jack Dorsey is already working on a massive wallet-based system that's going to help us spend money from Bitcoin into fiat, and you can even buy a taco, because he had a very nice session yesterday with MicroStrategy owner Michael Saylor, और दोनों ने वहाँ पे बात करके discuss किया what are the technology amendments and future they feel like, which you can also watch on Twitter. It's already been uploaded there. It's a very, very informative and educational podcast by both of them. One interesting thing I wanted to share with you guys before we jump into the charts is Bitcoin percentage balance on exchanges. All exchanges is right now sitting at a very, very low point that already shows us that people are buying Bitcoin, but they're just not keeping it on exchanges. And that is a very, very bullish sign, because that already shows us that mainly these buyers are institutions, big financial companies, hedge funds, and that's the reason they're not keeping all the Bitcoin in one places. And this also an idea for people in India who just got in tax, that if you don't keep your Bitcoin and assets on exchanges, I don't think your government will be able to tax you or even find out whether you have Bitcoin or not. And this is going to be a very, very important strategy used against governments, whoever are trying to tax a decentralized technology. So if you want, you can use that if you are Indian followers of mine. So finally, let's jump into our charts, and we can see in our charts clearly कि market जो है वो काफी ज़्यादा one-sided चल रही है, one-dimensional चल रही है. ETH की dominance has had a very nice breakout, a beautiful cup and handle, and now it's performing the breakout. So let's zoom out and see everything in our 4 hours time frame, so we have a clear picture and idea as well. So we can see it was in a very strong downtrend, then it has a breakout, which is very, very good for ETH right now. Shows that a lot of confidence is coming into ETH as we look into details. अगर हम लोग BTC की भी dominance को देखें तो BTC's dominance is now beginning to have a correction or a pullback, but we have seen that here as well. So we will wait for it to break these zones before deciding कि ये एक ही side में जा रही है or things are gonna change very, very quickly. अगर हम लोग others की dominance को भी देख लें, so others dominance in the last few days has been trading pretty well in these zones clearly, and we can see कि in these zones it's been sideways. It's been like a snake, सांप की तरह जो है वो एक 17.56 के पास ट्रेड कर रही है रेगुलरली. सो लेट्स जंप इनटू BTC एज वेल. BTC ने कल बहुत अच्छी क्लोजिंग की, वर इन अ ब्यूटीफुल सिमेट्रिकल ट्रायंगल. वी हैव इवन विक्ड इट अबव. So the reason we want to have a wick above this, because clearly अगर ये अच्छी wick ऊपर जाएगी, we can have a breakout and we can come into 40s and 41, 42, 43 and then enter into our 42 danger zone. If we are unsuccessfully breaking up, we're going to definitely break down, and likeliness will be we will come back to 32,000, which we would want. We would want कि हमारा ये अच्छा सा uptrend जो अभी तक चल रहा है for past few days carries on and builds a good momentum here for us to have an upside rally and coming into 42 and then probably 43, 44, and as the 1,000 we increase, obviously it's going to open up another 1,000 for us. जैसे जैसे हम ऊपर जाते रहेंगे तो $1,000 ऊपर रास्ता हमारे लिए खुलता जाएगा, because there's a lot of resistance up front, so we can't expect कि बस market will have a massive breakthrough and everything will start pumping out of nowhere. Ethereum को देखें तो Ethereum looks slightly better than Bitcoin because it's already got some bodies above as well. दोनों की closing daily की बहुत अच्छी हुई. Monthly already suggested that we are not completely bearish. So February is giving us some kind of optimism right now. काफी hope है February से that we're gonna see some upsides. तो ETH भी काफी अच्छा लग रहा है, but similar case for ETH as well. ETH can come back down to previous zones of 2,200 to 2,600. Ideally, we would want कि 2,600 के support level पर आके वापस retest करके support करे and then have an upside rally from here as well. Up we can see AR, because AR has been doing so well in the last few days. So we can see AR is back in our trend, and it went and did correction on our weekly uptrend line, and from its weekly uptrend line now it's been quite sideways, but good to see that at least it's pumping and taking support from our uptrend line. So AR is one coin that's looking very good and very bullish right now. Similar situation for AVAX as well. AVAX भी एक अच्छे uptrend के अंदर एक symmetrical triangle में also has wicked above, as we can see. थोड़ी सी body भी above है, which is very bullish for us. AVAX has the possibility to have a very good breakout. I'm just seeing how long it's gonna keep getting resistance from 79. It would be good to see if it comes back into these zones as it was trading previously. And then we have to check out Mina as well. Mina was pumping pretty hard yesterday, so we just want to see whether Mina is going to keep up the momentum or not. So Mina had a very nice pump yesterday, but now Mina is back into its support, which is very good and a healthy sign. And if we look at it also, it's kind of making a cup right now. So if we do have a breakout from this cup, we can definitely have an upside coming that's going to be testing our downtrend line, which is very good. Mina needs that kind of a pump going on right now because not much upside or downside is going on. AGLD को भी देख लेते हैं. Like I said, AGLD is back into trend. It's probably gonna make support here and then probably push towards an upside very soon. It's very important to see कि बहुत सारे degen coins have already started pumping. We can into Metaverse coins, Sand and Mana as well. तो Sand को भी देखें तो Sand is quite consolidating here. अच्छा से एक W pattern बन रहा है for now, so looks very bullish as well. Mana also has a similar trend right now, but Mana is a bit behind in adoption and price. Valuation, but the price structure and price right now is very similar in both of them if we look into it. So let's jump into my famous BTC chart for historical band and historical data chart. तो अगर हम लोग इसके अंदर देखें finally what we can expect from today, so we can see clearly here that market is already getting closer and closer to the accumulation zone. So we can expect some rejection coming from here to bring us down, but ideally we would want to test this zone and probably head higher. But अभी हमें मार्केट को बहुत cautiously देखना होगा. For me, the main zone is 36,500 के ऊपर हम लोग एक करेक्शन करते रहें. वो it wouldn't matter और मार्केट जो है काफी bullish structure के अंदर भी रहेगी if we carry on doing that. So these are two things I'm really looking forward to today, especially कि हम लोग 40,000 break करते हैं upside and 36,500 downside, because these are two very important zones. Blockchain का on-chain data देखें, looks kind of sideways, not bullish, not bearish, so we can't completely say कि हम bullish हो गए या completely bearish हो गए. So that's all for today's video, guys. I hope you liked today's video. If you do, smash the like button, share your thoughts in the comment section, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. That's what keeps me motivated and keeps me going, making these videos for all of you guys. So take care, guys. Trade carefully. Bye bye.